About 16,000 to 17,000 years ago, the massive Vashon Glacier carved Puget Sound into the fjord-like landscape you see today, leaving behind glacial till, bluffs, and islands like Harstine. This place has been home to the Squaxin Island Tribe, the people of the water, since time immemorial. Later came Euro-American pioneers who settled, logged, and farmed the island. Today, I'm visiting Harstine Island to show you this layered history. Hey everyone, welcome to Searching for History. I'm Rollin, and today we're exploring Harstine Island. In 1841, Lieutenant Charles Wilkes named the island after Lieutenant Henry J. Harstine. For decades, it was accessed by ferry only until the bridge opened in 1969. Our first stop will be right at the heart of the island. So come along, let's check out Harstine Island. The island's social heart is the Harstine Island Community Hall, built in 1914 on land donated by Andrew Johnson. Volunteers felled beech trees, hauled them out, and milled the lumber themselves. It has hosted dances, grange meetings, school events, and more for over a century, and is still actively used today. So we are here. Here's Jarrell Cove State Park, which we're going to head to next, and Jarrell Cove. And then on this side is Pickering Passage, and then on the east side here is Case Inlet. Unfortunately, the community hall is closed today, but it is open on Saturdays when they have their market. If you want to come visit, I recommend coming on a Saturday. Then you can check out the market and the inside of the community hall. From here, it's easy just to head north toward the pioneer homestead sites at Jarrell Cove, and that's where we are heading next. A short drive north from the hall brings us to Jarrell Cove State Park. 43 acres of beautiful shoreline and forest at the northwest tip of the island. This sheltered cove was the heart of Robert and Philura Jarrell's 1886 homestead claim. They logged, farmed, ran a post office, and made a life here in the days before the bridge, before becoming a state park in the 1950s. The glacial soils and protected waters made it ideal for early settlers. Stand here with me and look at this peaceful cove, Jarrell Cove. This must have been an amazing place to live.
Good girl. here? Yeah. Good girl.
Behind me here is the remnants of the Jarrell's apple orchard. Imagine the Jarrells planting orchards and tending their homestead right in this spot. It's a gorgeous place now for camping, kayaking, and boating. But if you know what you're looking for, it still carries that early pioneer story. Just a short drive from the cove itself is Jarrell Cove Cemetery, which is listed on the Mason County Historic Register. Robert and Philura Jarrell, married in 1878, homesteaded 160 acres of what became known as Jarrell's Cove. Philura was the only non-native woman for 15 years. Robert ran a successful logging business until his death in 1894 at 65. He was buried on land just out back of his house. Philura deeded to Jacob Wingert and the residents of Harstine Island half-acre of land to be used exclusively as the public burying ground in 1897. Philura died in 1913 at 83. Their plot is in the southwest corner, surrounded by 4 tall fir trees. Okay, well, behind me right here is where the Jarrells are buried. It says between 4 large fir trees. So we have a Douglas fir here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then unfortunately, it looks like the 4th was right here and it's been cut down. There must have been something wrong with this 4th tree. And it looks like Robert Jarrell has a wooden cross for his grave marker, but then Philura, or Philura, I'm not sure how you really pronounce that, she has one, a stone one. Born in 1830, died in 1913. Oh, I see. So Robert and Philura are on the same marker. She died in 1913 and Robert died in 1894. This cemetery really brings the Jarrells' story full circle from where they homesteaded to where they were buried. Philura's tall Douglas fir trees have been watching over this place for over a century. Heading south, a short hike through this forest leads to Harstine Island State Park's quiet beach. This is traditional Squaxin territory. The people of the water harvested clams and oysters here for a millennia, using cedar and yew for canoes, tools, and baskets. A prominent glacial erratic boulder once sat along this shoreline as a navigational landmark for canoe travelers. Known as the Love Rock petroglyph, it featured carvings of a bear, mountain, sun, and bow and arrow, holding both practical and cultural significance. Stand with me on this timeless beach, listen to the waves, and feel the history. The Squaxin people navigated these inlets using landmarks like the Love Rock, which was right along here. This is a perfect place to reflect on thousands of years of life before the pioneers arrived. So that's McMicken Island down there, and then Case Inlet, and across Case Inlet, that's the Key Peninsula. And the Love Rock petroglyph would have been somewhere right along this shoreline within the state park. I believe it was called Love Rock because it was a place where lovers would meet or where marriage proposals would take place. It's too bad that it's still not in situ right along this beach. Harstine Island weaves dramatic glacial geology, rich Indigenous history, resilient pioneer stories, and vibrant community life into one stunning corner of Washington. Which stop would you visit first? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for coming out to Harstine Island with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next Searching for History adventure. Thanks for watching.